Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in and checking out our COVID-19 tracking site using Visual KPI. For those of you not familiar with our software, I'm going to just give you a quick tutorial, show you some of the things you can do that might be a little less obvious, and give you some insight into what happened. So first of all, you've probably seen a lot of trackers out there. You've probably seen a lot of dashboards and other things and metrics, and they're all great. But when we were looking at them, we just saw a few things that we thought were not as obvious as they should be, or didn't give you the insight that you want. So using the same data as most of those, but we'll be adding to it over time, we decided to go through and light it up in our software and see if we could add some value here. So all of this is free. Feel free to use it. Feel free to give us feedback. There'll be links all over where you're looking at it to do so. So again, there's a few unique things in the software that we wanted to add to this and to hopefully help people out, both in the medical community, but also just the general public. So things like KPIs, so that you can actually see the status on things, get color, and your eyes will be drawn to the things that need your attention. Second is trends, watching where things are getting worse, watching where things are getting better, or watching where things correlate with other geographies. So it could be even comparing a county with a country or anything other, any of those pieces. Also a full drill down hierarchy to every continent, country, state, province, county, etc. And that rolls up that performance automatically. And then also adding in the ever important per capita data so that you can see the differences, not just in absolute terms where a big country is going to look worse or better or different than a small country, but now something that's more useful there. And then obvious outliers, things that should get your attention, either particular hotspots or particular improvements or other items like that. So let me walk you through a quick tutorial of how the site works. So first of all, the URL is live.transpara.com/COVID-19. You don't need this at the end over here. You'll see that I have a couple of browsers open. One is just open to a phone browser, so everything you see here works on your phone as well, and you don't need to do anything special for that. There's no separate URL. Every feature works on every device. So let's just take a look and go through some highlights. There's really three main ways that people interact with our software. The first one is the dashboard, which you're looking at here. So this has a selection of visualizations on it. You can see I have geographic views. I have a roll-up of all my continents here and the ability to drill down through them, plus a few select charts on this global dashboard. Now we can have as many dashboards as we want. You can see those are contained in profiles over here. So we have continent level profiles. You can just click to change that profile, and you can even add your own profile. And then the dashboards are contained here once you're on a particular profile. The second major way that people interact with our software is the hierarchy itself, where you see the word groups on the left. And so here is the hierarchy. As you can see, it's by continent first, and then it shows me my relative performance. One of the first things you'll notice here is that you can see very obviously and visually where you have a higher percentage or a large set of deaths versus cases here. So you can see Europe is a much higher, much more critical situation than you have in North America or Asia or some of the other places here. And so if I choose one of these, I can drill into Europe, for example, and it gives me all of the countries there and shows me those relative changes there. So you can see Italy and Spain, again, having quite a high rate there, and France having a huge spike here as well. So you can keep drilling in. You can drill into countries. You can go back up to the home level here of groups, etc. And once you're at any particular level, like here at the Europe level, if I scroll down, you'll see that I have various KPIs, including growth rates, including per capita information, and a whole bunch of charts, either managed trends with multiple pens on them, or charts that show top countries or other pieces in this geography. There's another way to get to those. On the left, if you go to KPIs, you'll see just the KPIs. If you go to charts, you'll see just the KPIs at this level in the hierarchy. So again, I'm in Europe, and so here is just the KPIs related to Europe. And then I could do something myself. This is one of the important parts, is you have the ability to go in and change everything. I could change the visualization here to look at it a different way. If I go back to that list view and I do something like I want to trend a couple of these, one of my favorite and most important trends here is watching the 7-day average of cases and deaths. So if I select those two and trend them, then I see for Europe that Europe has crested here and is starting to improve. So a very good sign there on the cases and on the deaths as well. But as you'll see on the global view of this, if I go all the way back to the dashboard, you'll see I have this trend as well, and where the entire globe was improving, it suddenly spiked again and now has improved. So this is a great chart to look at, and you can choose that for any geography, either manually the way I did it, or in a lot of these cases the chart is already sitting there under the Charts tab at whatever level in the hierarchy you are. So again, you have the first two ways that people interact is the dashboard here, which is showing a subset of select charts, or the hierarchy, which is under groups here. The third major way people use our software is search. So even at any level or any place, or even on your phone, if you want to find out what's happening in a specific place, like let's type in Queensland and see what's happening with our friends in Australia here. And now I can see I have groups, like I can go to the entire group on there, or I could look at specific metrics. And you see there's 11 here that I can choose, or 13 different charts that I can choose from. It shows the top 5. If you want to click in and see all the KPIs for Queensland, you just click on that top bar and you'll get all of those again. Now the last thing that I want to show you is how you might go about making your own dashboard. So if you're interested, you can go up to Profiles in the far upper right, click Change Profile, create a new one, give it a name. I'll call mine Hilton and Test Profile, and save that. And now I've got a blank dashboard. Once I have that dashboard and I see it showing here, then I can go over and take any visualization or anything in the entire system, like this home screen of the hierarchy, and I could say I want to add that to my dashboard. When you do so, you'll get this dashboard designer link, and that object is now on my dashboard. I can resize it, move it around, save it, and then I can also rename it or give it a new description. So you can add things from anywhere in the system to your dashboard. You'll know that all of our dashboards have been locked down, but you're fully capable of making your own dashboards and putting any information you'd like on them. So that is a few of the key ways to interact with it. Again, there's dashboards. There's the entire hierarchy of all information, which includes all KPIs, all types of charts at every geographic level, plus some of these obvious visualizations that show where things are particularly bad or particularly improving, and the ability for you to make your own. So please, we welcome your feedback. Have a play around with it. Let us know if it's useful or if it's not, or if there's something we can do to improve it. And there will be more data sources coming. Again, thanks for helping out, and stay safe, everyone.